No budgeting template or financial system ever worked for me until I figured out this one thing first that I'm going to talk about in this video that allowed me to remove my shopping urges for good and help me build my 1 million pesos net worth of savings and investments today. So let's get into it. If you're deep into instant gratification, boodle shopping, shopping temptations, and you want to remove your shopping urges for good, this video is for you. As a former shopaholic myself and having been coaching Filipino professionals to remove their shopping urges, build sustainable money habits and systems, here's what finally works. I'm not gonna talk about the perfect budgeting formula or magic financial template that will fix your money habits for good, because that's really not the case. The truth is, here's what truly allowed me to overcome my shopping addiction that has also helped several of my clients inside my program, and I'm going to tell it to you straight. Your big dreams need to be stronger than your shopping urges. Let that sink in, that you need to make your big dreams believable, achievable, doable more than your shopping urges. And this is literally what helped my client after one coaching session together to lose all of her shopping urges, just because I helped her with this one thing, which is figure out the big dreams and desires that she's always wanted for herself so that she could finally prioritize that with her money. And because of that, all of her shopping urges, all of her boodles, all of the instant gratification just became background noise. It's still there at the background, but it's not in the forefront anymore. What's in the forefront is the big dream that I finally want to be my reality today. So it's not about restricting yourself, depriving yourself, constantly recording all of your expenses and micromanaging every single expense to make sure it's just a need or a want. None of that. What I realized that allowed me to overcome years of shopping and constant temptation with impulsive buying is this. You need to figure out that big dream that will outweigh all of your shopping urges. In my case, that I've always talked about on my channel is that I've always had this big dream of being a full-time content creator and having a business that creates real impact on people's lives. That's always been at the back of my head, but I was scared of prioritizing it. And so when I finally took that dream seriously, all of my energy, efforts, resources went into that I thought I would rather invest in a course with my savings rather than touch my savings and hoard more skincare, hoard more makeup that I used to do. I would rather save my performance bonus from a corporate job then so that I could complete my emergency fund faster, so that I could quit this job sooner and prioritize starting my business. That was my big dream that outweighed all of the hoarding tendencies of makeup, skincare, and impulsive buying, because I knew the fulfillment would be stronger when I fund that dream into reality versus all of the small rewards that I used to settle for. So now let me give you a real life example with my client Angela. I posted her on my Instagram stories because she shared like, oh my gosh, after just one session and 1 week later, nawala na yung amor ko to shop. There's no sense of urgency anymore to shop. And she was the kind of person na every time na nagmomalling, imposibleng wala siyang nabibili, and her partner would have to like get her away from the shop so that she would stop buying clothes. She had so many clothes already in her closet that would give her anxiety. And then she couldn't believe that after just one session of really figuring out the life that she wants, the dream that she wants to prioritize, that after that she lost all of the shopping urges because I don't want to settle for all those small things anymore. I would rather put my energy, efforts, money towards funding the dream that I've always wanted for myself. And that's when she told me that she doesn't need to identify a need or a want anymore. Now her filter is like, what would give me real fulfillment? What would give me true happiness in my life? And truly, isn't that more sustainable than any other budgeting template or financial system you could ever have? When I guided her in figuring out what she truly wants out of life that embodies her big dreams, she felt more in control now of what to prioritize saving up for. She felt more confident now in saying no to purchases that don't align with that dream. And so she told me, like, I wish I did this coaching sooner with you, because she has been battling with her shopping urges for years that has wasted a lot of her money. And now in just one coaching session, when I helped her figure out the dream that she finally wants to prioritize, and after that, I also helped her in overcome the limiting belief when it comes to taking the leap for that dream, because it's in two ways. First is making sure that you figure out that big dream that would outweigh all of your shopping urges. And then the second thing is now identifying the fears and limiting beliefs that have been holding you back in prioritizing that dream. Because there's a reason why you haven't been prioritizing that dream. There's a reason why you've been taking a back seat. That's why you've been parking that dream. That's why you've been deprioritizing what gives you true fulfillment. It's because you have a lot of limiting beliefs and thoughts around that dream. Oftentimes, you're scared to fail. Oftentimes, you're scared to drain out your savings. Oftentimes, you think like, oh, maybe I'll do that in 3 years, 5 years, but not now. So what I do is I help my clients in identifying and facing these fears head on, so that they are no longer in the way of funding this dream, so that they no longer think about na imposible naman yung dream na yan eh, so might as well buy the small rewards, might as well settle for the instant gratification. Because that's what I realize, is that when you give in to instant gratification, the small rewards, it's only because you think your big dream is so far away, so you'd rather settle for things that can be easily delivered to your door. Like for me, imposible namang I'll be full-time in content creation. I'll be in my corporate career all my life. So might as well use my corporate salary to buy the things I want, which are the small things, the small rewards, right? Versus when I had solid belief and confidence and trust in myself that I could make this big dream happen, then all of the instant gratification all of a sudden just felt like nothing. All of the urges to shop just got drowned out, because I was focused in making this dream happen for myself and making sure that I become responsible of my resources, that I make wise money decisions to get to this dream faster. So this is why I talk about, like, instead of delaying gratification, like delaying the instant gratification, which is the common advice, right? What I believe as a former shopaholic, and also what has worked in coaching several of my clients, that instead of delaying gratification, think about what would fast track funding my big dream. Because what happens is that you're focused on the excitement instead of depriving yourself, instead of restricting yourself. And I believe that when you're focused on the positive outcomes, you're going to be more excited to manage your money to get there. You're going to be excited to manage your finances, your expenses, your savings, to save consistently in order to get there. And so that's why I believe that when I guide my clients in the first coaching session alone, that already allows them to slowly eliminate the shopping urges, it's because they got crystal clear in the big dream that they finally want to prioritize for themselves. And this is why when I coach my clients, we start off with that, in helping them figure out what they truly want out of life. What is that huge life milestone in the next 6 to 12 months that they want to prioritize, that could actually be achievable, that could actually be doable, that could actually be within reach, if they just had the right guidance. And so when I helped this particular client that allowed her to remove her shopping urges, it's because first, I helped her figure out what is that dream life that embodies her true fulfillment and true happiness. And then second is map out a roadmap, a blueprint that would allow her to identify what would truly be enough for her income and savings to get there, so that she knows that, okay, this is what would allow me to prioritize this dream. This is what allowed me to prioritize saving instead of settling for shorter rewards that don't align with this big dream. And then third, that's when it's going to be easier to create a financial system that would get there. Like, we think that we start with a financial system, that there's a magic template out there, but no. You need to figure out first crystal clear priorities and crystal clear goals for your life that embody your dream life, so that this will outweigh all of the shopping urges. So that when you see a sale, when you see a budol, when you see like a limited edition, whatever, you're like, you know what? Wala na yung amor sa akin, kasi I would rather focus on this big dream that I truly deserve, that I truly know would give me lasting fulfillment, lasting happiness for my life. And this is what I love guiding my clients with, because this is what freed me from that yo-yo saving, from impulsive buying, from all of the shopping temptations, is this. This is what allows my clients to build sustainable money habits and systems because they are backed up with that excitement to manage their finances, because they know that they are focused, they are crystal clear with funding their big dreams into reality. This is why in the first 60 days of working together alone, my clients are able to break free from their impulsive buying, from their shopping addiction, from their unhealthy spending habits, and finally have the right system and mindset to fund their huge life milestones with one income stream at a time. My process has worked on my clients time and time again because I have condensed 6 years of my trial and error as a shopaholic into a 60-day roadmap for coaching my clients inside my program. What happens is that they stop wasting their time and energy DIYing their financial system, trying all of the budgeting templates that don't end up working, and finally follow a proven and tested process from a former shopaholic myself. And this allows them to stop wasting their hard-earned money, going back to the same toxic cycle of spending, and finally build sustainable money habits and systems in the first 60 days of working together. And at the same time, they feel confident that they are backed up with the right mindset and system for funding their big dreams into reality. This is why I love that I infuse both life coaching and financial coaching when I guide my clients in building sustainable money habits and systems, because in order for you to build money habits that stick, you need to figure out first what you truly want out of life so that you know what priorities are worth spending your money on, what are worth saving up for, and then overcome the limiting beliefs that hold you back in pursuing that dream life. Because only then will you be able to remove all of the shopping urges, knowing that, hey, my big dream is actually way more achievable and doable than I thought, and my money is actually enough for me to get to that next step in order to make that a reality. So I don't want to settle anymore for the short-term rewards because I know they don't give me lasting fulfillment. And so that's why I believe that when your big dreams outweigh your shopping urges, that it becomes easier to stick to a financial system that will finally get you to save consistently, that will finally make you spend guilt-free. And I love that in this process, my clients don't have to feel deprived. They don't feel restricted because they are so focused on that excitement in getting their dreams, that they get to have this system that allows them to save consistently, that allows them to at the same time enjoy the fruits of their labor in the journey of getting to their big dreams. If you also want to eliminate your shopping urges for good in the next 60 days with me and build sustainable money habits and systems for funding your huge life milestones, then I invite you to join my coaching program, Fund Your Freedom. Inside, you will get 2 months of weekly one-on-one coaching with me for a tailor-fit roadmap, followed by 3 months of community support where you will walk away with building sustainable money habits and systems because you have figured out what truly embodies your dream life and get that excitement and purpose in really prioritizing where your money goes, knowing that you're allocating your money towards funding these big dreams in line with funding the life that you want. And we also get to solve the root cause of your unhealthy spending habits because oftentimes it's rooted in our limiting beliefs and fears around money. And truly, I was able to do that in like one session with this particular client that I talked about. And that's what allowed her to remove her shopping urges that she has been battling with for years. And then after that, I will help you create a financial system that you only need to monitor twice a month in just 15 minutes. And this will give you peace of mind that I have a tangible evidence, I have tangible proof that I can stay on track towards funding my dreams without depriving myself in the process. I will guide you in having the clarity on the path towards funding your huge life milestones and dreams with a concrete roadmap and system so you don't waste more years of trial and error and finally maximize your current income stream to get there. So if you want to finally fund your dreams sooner rather than later and finally stop delaying these huge life milestones that you want for yourself, then this is your sign to join my coaching program. Oftentimes, what my clients regret about my program is that they didn't join sooner. Like they would have eliminated the impulsive buying sooner, they would have eliminated all the shopping urges, that would have saved them a lot more money if they just knew my process way earlier. If you want to get inspired by another client success story who has overcome her impulsive buying for good after 60 days with me, check out this video and I will see you there.